this is kind of what you said you wanted to see out of KT too. Just pick normal stuff. You know, don't let the Camille through. Don't let any gigantic picks through. And just go ahead and win your lane and go from there. So that seems to be the theme here for SKT. So you guys can see the final picks of both teams. Both teams ready to go into this game. And here we go, jumping into game number 1. It is going to be Longzhu Gaming up against SKT, jumping onto the Rift right now. So get out there, tell your friends, tell them to join the stream, and let's get into it. And just a bet he's going to stick around for now.
Now Peanut up near the Golem camp. And Expression's not going to have any intel.
Uh-oh, can he root it? Yeah, there it is, first blood. Thunderlords going over to Gorilla in the bot lane. Wolf being a bit greedy, staying there for that long. Crash could be making a move here on Bang. Doesn't have his ult just yet. No thrill of the haunts. The flash route, nope. Bang is going to flash away, and Peanut was nearby to help out as well. Either way, flash for flash. Peanut still hanging around. So we might have some action in here. Wolf pushing forward, trying to bait them into a fight. And there it is, coming on down. Tons of damage onto Gorilla, and he barely goes down. And look at this, Peanut is on Crash up there on the top, but is forced back by the teleport. And so just one kill over to SKT.
And the minions made it extremely difficult for Crash to find an opening.
Faker boosting his CS stats there. Stealing a bunch of the small raptors. And Fly wants to come on in here, but little does he know, Peanut is right nearby. Gonna hop back. Can Peanut actually get on top of him? No, Gorilla is in position, as well as Crash, to stop any further chasing there in the mid lane. But here comes the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. It's going to jump right onto Gorilla. Does have the exhaust. Is it enough? Yes, it should be. No, Peanut is going to jump away. Here's Fly, and exhaust going on to him. They're going to trade 1-for-1 for now, but the curtain call does finish up Wolf, and Bang is on the run, all alone in the jungle. Stray Cat has found a target now, as has Fly. And yeah, he's going to be going down. Going to give that one over to Prey, actually, letting him have it with the Deadly Flourish. So that's 3 kills over to Longzhu, only 1 for SKT. He was underneath Maokai. As they're going head-to-head, going pretty low, both of them.
Huni has to be really careful here.
Yeah, I mean,
Olaf's lifesteal, yep.
He's going on in, and uh-oh, Huni gets him underneath the turret. Both of them flash. And if Bang could land an arrow, no, he's gonna miss though. And Expression will get away. Had he landed the arrow, maybe they pick up Olaf, but either way, the Baron will be started by Longzhu. Hulk Shot is going to come on out, and they do see this happening, and it looks like Longzhu is not going to go for it. Well, they're going to go for the Baron here too, and that's probably because a bunch of people just went to recall, and if they can burst it down fast enough with the double Inferno, they do get it. Faker taking a ton of damage though, will be hopped on by Fly, and now Expression in the front taking a bunch of damage too. Bray there, and now Huni is kind of alone in the pit. It doesn't, well, he does have his flash. He's gonna wait until the last second, but here comes Crash, going to jump onto him and should be able to get him. He's trying to turn on to Fly, but no, not gonna be enough. They do pick up 3 kills in total, as only Gorilla goes down on the side of Longzhu. They're just gonna take it easy. Crash gonna use that Thrill of the Hunt, try to push them back and group up as a ball. And meanwhile, there were 4 in bot, there's 1 in mid, that's Expression. They're gonna land the arrow, but immediately just gonna pop the ult. So I suppose they trade ult for ult, and a second ult here with a curtain call.
Oh, Faker.
Oh boy, he's gonna Zhonya's, but he's in a ton of trouble. Trying to get the bullet time, and Crash almost does go down, but he was a little bit too far up there against the Rengar.
And using the Rengar to be able to join the fray whenever.
Uh-oh, Peanut gets jumped on. He got rooted there. And Fly was just able to delete him once again. The echo damage is very, very big, this amount of burst damage he's doing.
And the Elder Dragon still persisting right now. It's about to fade, but certainly they made great use of it.
And that should be the inhibitor as 2 members are still down. We're at 42 minutes into the game. We haven't had all that much action. And look at this, they're still pushing. We got 30 seconds on Peanut, and oh, look at Bang in the back. He just disappears as Crash able to destroy him. Wolf is going to be jumped on as well. There's that all-in kind of formation and team composition you were talking about. The ult is used on the fly. Faker trying to burst him down, is not quite able to, and that's 2 Nexus turrets going down. Huni, though, is able to pick up, it looks like, Prey on the back of this, and now going for Gorilla. Should be able to pick up a double kill here. And
able to pick up the double.
Yeah.
Gonna find his way onto Expression, gonna pick him up as well, but it's an open Nexus against a double teleport team composition. So SK Telecom, they're hanging on by the skin of their teeth right now.
Has left over about 1:10. Here we go, Thrill of the Haunts. There is the immediate USS, the cleanse there. Huni coming in from behind, but look at the amount of damage in the back. Crash able to get onto Bang, he disappears. Huni also is getting pretty low in that back line. Peanut, though, able to turn it onto Crash. Now 4-on-4 right now. GA, Guardian Angel, is procced here onto Huni. They're going to try to burst him down as fast as possible. That they do. The bullet time coming on out. Expression getting very low. So does Fly, but look at that. Faker able to zone his barely any health, but will go down to the crit of Prey. I think that was about 1,700 damage. And I think that should be it. I mean,
that's going to be game over.
Yeah.
SK Telecom going to go down here in game number 1. And this might be the night of upsets. We're going to go into game number 2. But Peanut just trying to improve his KDA.
Trying his best. And he's not going to be able to fly as the GA. And that is going to be game 1 going to Longzhu. So we're going to take a quick look at the compositions. We'll be jumping into the game shortly.
So a pretty, well, definitely a much more flexible team composition this time around for SKT. Eventually the Camille will be able to push back at Expression's Renekton, but this team comp is extremely aggressive and has a lot of mid-game spike. And SKT is going to need to be able to weather the storm there and sustain through it.
That Zillion skin is pretty crazy. Either way, guys, we're going to be jumping into game number 2 right now of Longzhu versus SKT. Still just level 3 to the level 4, and uh-oh. Is he going to face check that? That's a stun. Might force a flash here, and there it is, but it doesn't matter. First blood, flash for flash. Huni getting first blood on that Camille. And you know what? Here we go. Anyway, he's going to jump on in. There's the stun and Expression. He doesn't have his flash, and down he goes. And that's going to be a kill going to Blank this time with the assist going to Huni.
Blank level 6. Rubber banding will help out with that a little bit.
Man. Look at the trades right now against Expression. He's forced to ult here. He's trying to turn it around, and maybe this is where that Renekton power comes against. Also, there was a giant wave against Huni, and he's going to have a stun here in a bit. Going to force, actually, a teleport out of Fly, and Faker trying to pull it in here. Can Fly come in with the speed boost? Huni's got to get away. It looks like he will. Uh-oh, Prey in a bit of bad spot here. He does miss that flash, and down he will go. Bang! Oh, he's taking a ton of damage from the plants, and the flash in. One more hit will do it, forcing the exhaust off. And Gorilla is going to root him. Will he get away? That's really the big question here. I don't think he should, especially with Blank on his tail. And there it is, another kill going over to Blank, who is now 3-0 on that Kha'Zix. So we return to this top fight as Crash is looking nearby for an opportunity, and there he comes. Can he get the stun? The flash is going to go off for Huni. He's going to try to jump the wall here, but there comes the Rengar, and he does get the kill. And now Blank's around. Keep in mind he is 3-0, but going 1v2, especially with Fly nearby, could be a mistake. Not quite going to land that bomb. He's at full health, so does get away.
They don't have any intel on where Crash could be, though. Should be able to take that away, yeah.
And he's going to jump onto Huni too. The exhaust, thankfully, will be there. But here comes Renekton. They're not done. The flash over the wall by Crash. Oh, he just barely misses the bolas.
Wow, he missed 2.
Yeah, oh boy. And, oh, had he gotten those, it looks like he should still be able to get that really nice stun. out of Zillion, and down he does go. And oh, look at bottom lane, gonna trade a kill here. Go 1 for 1, but oh, Longzhu's not done. Trying to get onto Faker here, trying to do that burst damage, but not enough, 1v2. And down he goes as well.
Right around the area that Faker's in right now.
Oh, Gorilla eating so much damage. That might be the key for them to go on in. Faker going deep. Gonna force to heal out of Prey to save Gorilla's life, but this might just get everybody out. And look at this, Hootie coming in the back. There's gonna be an exhaust on him, but can Gorilla get away? No, he will not. Hootie even burning that flash, but Bang is the one to pick up the kill. Prey, kind of a desperate curtain call here, is going to be jumped upon by Hootie and should go down immediately. But look at the damage out of Crash. Can he commit to a kill here? It looks like he will survive, but Blank very low too. Hootie eventually picks up that kill. Expression now very low, coming in a bit later. Dodging that true shot barrage, but will eventually go down. Nice stun and damage, and look at that. Expression with the Zillion ultimate. Not going to be able to pick up any kills, and down he will go. So a nice team fight win by SKT.
Taking a lot of time trying to chase down Fly. They got his flash, but delayed the Drake.
Uh-oh, Faker's in a bit of trouble. Has to dodge these shots. Still might be in a bit of trouble. Forced to exhaust here. Already used Valkyrie, and there's Flash. Crash, rather, and down goes Faker after using his flash right before he died. So kind of a bit of desperation there, too. And down goes Faker.
Pretty obnoxious for SKT. Oh, Hootie!
Oh boy.
What, is he caught in the shop?
It looks like he's caught. Maybe window shopping, and down he goes. Very, very unfortunate to be caught in that manner. And now with the curtain call, it doesn't look like they want to commit here, but just doing a bit of damage, perhaps to open up another objective. And I mean, it's an Ocean Drake that's about to spawn, so I guess, but maybe they can go for a turret in mid or something like that. Looks like they will commit to the Ocean Drake, though.
Trying to poke, and Hootie found his way on to Fly.
Yeah, he's going to force that ultimate out, and this will come in. Very nice route there by Zyra. Can they get anything off the back of it? It doesn't look like it. Actually, Hootie is still going deep. Going to get Zyra in the end there. And now still going on in. Everybody on Longzhu is extremely low. He does get Expression here, and he's going to stun him out. Nice bit of burst damage coming out of Wolf, and Bang, too, going to pick up another kill. Down go two of them. It looks like they may rotate towards Baron now.
Does look like they are going to rotate towards Baron, and they are going to start it. Crash is alive. Fly, though, going to have to teleport here if he wants to, so the teleport's coming through, but I think it's going to be too late. Doesn't matter. SKT pick up the Baron. They have about a 7,000 gold lead now.
This is looking like the SKT we know and love, which Longzhu can't win. Zillion coming over, but here's Faker. Expression getting extremely low, and there's going to be the first inhibitor. Now Faker just going to pop that turret super fast, and it looks like the bottom turret went down too, and everything is falling apart in the base of Longzhu. Here we come from behind. Crash trying to burst down Faker, not able to do so. Prey in the back will get Zillion ulted. Hootie is just wrecking house right now in the back lines, and everybody's going to be destroyed. And that should be game number 1 going over to SKT. Gorilla, no hope for him. This is the Camille show at this point. Everybody going to go down. That is a full-on 5-0 ace as SKT come back with a message in game number 2 that they are not to be messed with in this series.
Yeah. This game a lot cleaner from SKT. Basically just decimating Longzhu as the game continued to go on. Everything was extremely clean from the mid to late game transition, and there was basically no breathing room, and I was really worried that the team composition that they were up against was going to pose a lot more of a threat than it did.
Now will we see SKT potentially go down in a 3-game series? It's definitely possible.
And so one final look at the team compositions here. SK Telecom has a lot of potential to open up the game big in mid lane or even top lane this time around, and they are fortunate enough to have the red side Kazakhs playing directly into those 2 lanes.
So guys, let's jump into game number 3 right now. Longzhu versus SKT going into the Rift. And here he comes. Gonna be a flash into Twisted Advance, and how can Hootie get out of this one? Gotta be so careful. There's the red buff. Does get that down, and there's the flash over the wall. What? Fantastic one, but flash into the breast by Crash. Is he gonna go for it? One more hit will do it, and he does get it. First blood by Crash. And Uh-oh, Crash, he's been spotted running inside. He's just gonna get caught out here. Trying to jump onto him, and there he goes. So that's gonna be the kill. And Crash, a bit of a mistake, and now, uh-oh, Fly in a bit of trouble. Able to get that stun out, but still getting very low in that mid lane. There's a bit of vision around there. Not sure what Longzhu can do about this, though. They may want to come on in.
Well, it's a pretty opportunistic Rift Herald. Even if they can't capture it, it's going to bait Longzhu into having a team fight with them.
They will, and look at Fly and Gorilla. They're both extremely low, but also Blank and Wolf are, so Wolf is going to be jumped upon. They almost let him get away for free, kind of funnily there, but does eventually get taken out by Crash. That's just going to be one kill given on over to Longzhu. Uh-oh, we got a bit of a setup here. The poor Huni is going to get caught out here with the twisted advance, and Crash coming on in. Not much he can do. Even Gorilla joining in for the 3-on-1. And that will give over the Dragon to SKT in the trade for a kill.
Make something happen.
And they may just try to get onto Faker here, but the tidal wave will push this away. Gonna trade teleport for teleport. Here comes Prey in the back. And we don't quite have an engage from here. Fly is in a bit of trouble though. The equalizer coming out. He's gonna be burst down. No ultimate coming out. Expression all alone going 1v5. He should be taken out as well. That's gonna be a double kill given over to Bang.
SK Telecom going to be able to push on now and get this top tier 1 turret. Still a minute until Baron, but that might be enough of an opening for them to capture the Herald before it disappears.
And will they think about going for it now? We do have a lot of members all grouped up around here, and there's zero vision for Longzhu. They have no idea. They kind of, well, they have an idea that all these members are up here, but they don't know exactly when it started, so they have to slowly push on in. Now they see exactly where it's at. It's very, very low. What are they going to do here? Tidal wave coming out, and no. Actually, Baker's going to get a kill onto Gorilla as well, and uh-oh. Longzhu kind of just has to run away, although Expression is jumping in. Crash able to jump onto Bang, but Bang does survive. And now they're fighting a 4v5 still. Not a lot of mana onto Bang, but it just doesn't matter. So much damage coming out of Faker and Bang. That's going to be a bunch of kills given over. Double kill for both of them. Ends the Baron, so SKT in a fantastic spot. SK
Telecom in the complete driver's seat in control of this game right now. They're going to get a few towers off this before they recall at the very least. Fly didn't even cast his ultimate last team fight. And they might actually be able to push on and get an inhibitor here. It's just Gorilla who's left to try to defend, and you can see that they're just shredding that turret so quickly. They have the Mountain Break. Gorilla goes down, back to the zoo for him.
Oh boy. And they're actually not even staying for that inhibitor. They're playing it very, very safe, very SKT. Just saying, okay, you know, we don't need it right now. We're so far ahead that if both of us died, would it be worth it? Maybe not.
And rotating down to bottom. They're going to easily just shred this bottom tier 2 turret.
Oh boy.
Prey actually got caught.
Yeah, he got caught by that. And, well, that's going to be the end for him. Tidal wave just to help clean up. And look at the burst damage. I mean, even just out of Bang, who's now 5-0-2. Baker sitting at 4-0-5. Well, now Fly doesn't exist either. And, you know, just making his rounds, a little bit of poke damage onto the turret. Doesn't have to fully engage. Now they can engage. Equalizer on top of the tidal wave. Fire and water crashing together. Huni going to make quick work, burning down the tree. Crash trying to do what he can is going to be bursted down. And, well, everybody's just so low that they're going to have to back off. So one inhibitor goes down. That's the second one. The mid one should go down. Quick time here. And it does explode. 75% of a support's health bar, or even an AD. It's pretty crazy. Well, they're gonna try to get onto Prey, and he takes a lot of burn damage. The Cat's gonna go, he's getting thrilled here, going on a bit of a thrill of a hunt, and just gonna jump onto a minion. As SKT pushing on in, one last stand out of Expression. He's alone. Nobody on his team wants to go in with him. They're like, nope, you can mess with your KDA, man. I don't care. I'm not going in. I'm going back to the fountain. As SKT is going to sweep them up after losing the first game, take the 2-1 victory in this series.